So here's a little film to show you how Inga is mowing the lawn for us. Taken her home from the meadow with her little calf, and now she's doing the lawn mowing. It's in the beginning of May. And the grass is really growing well. And this is, we used to mow the lawn as much as we could manage. But this is actually, would have to be the best way to mow your lawn if you had the possibility of having an animal like that. Sheep could do it too, I think, if they were trained. But Inga, as you can see, the grass was quite long yesterday when she came home, and she's doing a great job of getting it really short. You can see the beautiful blades of grass. Get right down, you can see. So it's a really good job she's doing, and I think it'll take her about 2 days to do the grass that we have that we use for paths and around here. Du är så Inga. Du är så sweet. Du är så tiny. Du är så tiny. Good girl. Beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. So she's going to do most of this. We've got a lot of gout weed, which is pretty happy to grow, and she doesn't like that too much, but got some comfrey here. She likes that a lot. So, but the grass is the best. And when I often think about how we humans have spent so much time with cows and animals all together. It was completely normal, especially for Europeans, to live in a close relationship with cows and sheep and goats. And I mean, for young girls and boys, children growing up, adults, it was all, life more or less revolved around these animals that gave them food, gave them milk, meat, wool, and all this, I mean, interaction with the animals was so healthy for human beings. Apart from being in nature so much more than we are today, living in close relationship with these animals is so stimulating, and I think really healthy for our whole being. And the fact that they are so calm. We have the calf over here. He's had his huge breakfast, and he's resting. I think he lives on mainly milk because the cow is making so much milk. It's just unbelievable, and he hardly ever eats grass. Does it sit? Yeah. So I tie him so he doesn't run around everywhere. But he rests a lot because he has so much milk, I think. Come in, man. He's very tame, very sweet. Come. Come in, man. Yeah, come. Come in, man. Come here. Good day. Yeah, you are good. Do you sit? Beautiful boy. Beauty. Yeah, don't beauty. Yeah. So, he'll be resting most of the morning because he's so full. Yeah. Good boy. And it's interesting to see the cow, how after some hours she'll be calling for him because she wants him to have his feed, and she will call and call and call if she can't find him, and as soon as he's had his feed she will stop calling, of course, and she will just stand there. So it's quite unbelievable how the mother instincts of a cow are so strong that she gets all nervous if he hasn't had his meal. I noticed that the other day for the first time, how she calmed down completely when he'd had his meal, and she wasn't busy to do anything else, so she just stood there, and as soon as he had fed, she was happy and just stood there regurgitating, or what do you call it, eating, just digesting her grass. So it was her instincts that was telling her that my calf needs milk now, and I won't calm down till he's had his milk. So that's just, I think, really amazing for an animal as Inga, who has been just a normal dairy cow for so long. The instincts are all there. And here are the beautiful geese for this spring, and I have a feeling they have their babies there. Or maybe not. So it's an absolutely gorgeous day today, so I wanted to share this with you. Spring has come and everything has changed. The nature is so beautiful, and I just keep thinking how we humans would be so healed if we returned to nature some way or the other, started to connect with nature, because all that we need, more or less all that we need, is right here. Some frogs sitting here, having some sunlight. They come out of the water once in a while. Might see some over here. In this other pond, there could be a frog sitting here somewhere in the morning sun. No? And the sounds in the morning, it's sort of calming down now, but early in the morning there is so much bird song. Whoops, there was a frog. Let's go and have a better look at all the beautiful dandelions. geese don't like me coming too near. One of the best feeds for the cow, dandelions. She loves them. Whole field of them. Usually we have the sheep here, so they will take all this off. You can't see it. But this year, as I've said, we're doing the new grazing system, mob grazing, and it's going to just have time to recover. I don't know if you can see how many there are. There must be thousands of the dandelions. It's coming nicely, the clover here. But it's still very short. This is a willow that I planted. I'm going to use it as a post. So it's, my husband helped me, he's so strong, and made a hole in the ground with an iron post, and made these a bit pointed in the end, and then put an old can on top of this, so it doesn't break, and then hammer it with a really big hammer, heavy hammer, and see it's shooting, because willow will do that and will probably make a beautiful tree one day. So I've got a live post here, and what I do is, you can see the shoots coming from the top, and they will be coming all the way down, but to encourage a top so I can use it as a post, I will just go like this, take off these shoots all the way down, because then these shoots that are here, they're going to become branches and going to make the top of the tree. So I'll let them be there so that I can use this as a fence post. I'm going to have a piece of fence here so that I can separate these two, because I need to control where they eat their grass. We can do the same with this. It's got beautiful shoots on the top, and we'll just take all the way down, take these ones off. That way we have if you have willow trees and you've had them cut, they've got these beautiful long shoots. Maybe it's 3 years old, that shoot, and you can take them and use them for live fence posts. Just have a look at the water down here. See how much life we have here. It's early morning. It's not early morning, it's about 9:30. Oh, it's one of those little blackbirds with a white beak. I don't know what they're called in English. Swimming around there. Mother Nature, she's waiting for all of us to come back to her and spend time with her, and all come into harmony again, and realize how little we really need. When we're in nature, you get so stimulated. You don't need to go on holidays. You don't need to have so many things. You don't need so much because you're so stimulated. here on some of the plants we've got going here, although there's lots and lots of weeds, or wild plants, or what you want to call them. And we've got plastic on there because it's not beautiful at all, but it keeps the soil clear for next year. Here we have a strawberry bed, which I did last spring, and it's doing really well. It needs some weeding, but strawberries love to be on a high spot, so you sort of have them. I've dug these ditches, just not very deep, but just like a spade depth, and I put hay in. I'll put more straw into there, and planted 2 rows on each sort of high area. So there's 2 rows, 4, 6, 8, 10 rows, because they don't like to be where it's too moist, because the berries very easily get fungus. Here it's flowering now, and they're going to turn into strawberries, unless they get a heavy frost, which we do get a lot of here. But they will grow here for about 4 years if I look after them, and then I'll have to do a new bed, because they sort of grow tired when they grow in the same area. But they will make little babies. So you can see late summer, one of these plants shot off. See if I can find it. Can't find that, but this has turned into actually a new plant, and I could move that away. It came from one of the big ones. See if I can find another little baby. There's one here, even flowering. Coming here beautifully. So it's best that I move them, because I can show you here. Here they are. Beautiful little babies. See, this plant here has made this one, you can see it's got like an umbilical cord. Oops. There it is. It's hanging onto this bigger plant. So if I felt like it, I could take this beautiful little plant and make a new bed somewhere else. But I'll take it off, because this mother plant, the mother plants here, they do need the energy and the space. And strawberries love air. They need lots of air around them, because otherwise, as I said, they can get quite a lot of fungus, especially in Denmark where we live. It's very wet. It can be very, very wet, humid weather. So, and here there's something I wanted to talk to you about, which I've been wanting to show you. This is peppermint, and it is, the probably most amazing herb there is. It is so good for you, and it will grow. It will grow almost all over the world. And this is cold climate, and it's so happy to grow. And you see it all along here. I should give you a closer look. This is the beautiful top, the peppermint. See the colour there? Is that not just gorgeous? Let's try to see up towards the light. See if we can see the colours coming through. So gorgeous. And it smells so nice. And last spring I planted like little lumps, and I can pull one up here just to show you. There's so much of it, so it's just amazing. Here we have, and Does a little bit like the strawberry, but not quite. It makes these lovely long shoots, and the shoots they get their roots, and then you just put it in the ground, keep it watered. You can take the tops off. When you plant something, it's good to sometimes to just take the tops off like this. Use them for a cup of tea, because then they don't have to push so much energy up into the plant. So put it in the ground, and next year, I mean, if you just keep the weeds away, more or less, just sort of roughly, you will have all this here. It's just, and I'll just put it back into the ground here. Oh, no, I'll take it with me. There's so much of it. And it will grow tall, and the bees love the flowers, and it will just every year will just keep spreading its way into the garden bed. So this is really worth having, and I mean, we might have bought 2 little plants 20 years ago, and now it's just everywhere. So and it will cover the ground. See, the weeds don't come up very well through the peppermint, because they shade them out very quickly. So here we have all the beautiful dandelions coming. So I will pick this for tea. I will show you, make a film later in the summer, and just before they flower you pick them for tea, and you dry it, and you'll have tea for a long time, all winter. I will go around to here and just see the cows still busy eating. The Judas money, which I haven't found the English name for, is flowering so beautifully everywhere, and they will come up, well, everywhere. They just throw their seeds, and the old building in the back is still standing, but sort of returning to the ground like everything else. But this flower is so beautiful. And over here we have one more, where Inga's, and we'll just finish off this video with Inga and the beautiful flower. I think there we are. So now Inga has had her morning feed, and here she is lying with her calf, digesting our lawn, and just really enjoying life.